This is actually a genuine concern of mine. If you haven't been following F1 for too long, you might not know this, but the sport has seen quite a lot of development and evolution in terms of the race engines used by the teams. Surprise, surprise, we didn't always have a shitty V6 that's smaller than my mother's Nissan in these things. We are now, and have been for quite a while, in the hybrid era, where the combustion engine is supplemented by an electric motor and energy recovering units and blah blah blah, all the other technological shit nobody cares about. But there used to be actual race car engines inside of these things. So if you finally save up enough money to go to your first British Grand Prix weekend and you take your girlfriend with you, you're super excited and antsy to finally see and hear the orchestra of F1 cars starting their engines and getting ready for the race. They finally do their formation lap, sit up behind the white line, and it's finally lights out and away they go. And as they pass, your girlfriend turns to you and asks, "Why do these things sound like a handheld lawnmower at home?" Just don't immediately break up with her, okay? Because she's actually kind of right. The cars used to sport V8, V10, V12 engines for fuck's sake.
As we go racing and get underway, it's a good start then from Pascal Wehrlein, but Mukdo.
Yeah, bring back the fucking V12s.
Having gone through this many iterations, when it comes to F1 power units, and now landing at a hybrid version for the past 10 years, it only makes sense that they would make a further step in the evolution scale and potentially go full electric. Well, I'm happy to announce that that's never going to happen. Over my dead fucking body. What I mean is, there's quite a lot of good reasoning why it just shouldn't happen. And so here it is. Starting from the obvious, electric cars are crap when it comes to their range. We all know that, the car producers are well aware of it. The first time I got into an EV, all I did was drive from one charging point to another until I made it home. Not because I ran out of battery, just because I was scared shitless to be that guy with an electric car stranded on the highway. Trust me, you never want to be that guy. It's fucking scary up there with all those truck drivers. But it applies twofold when it comes to racing. The core weakness that batteries have in EVs is that they run out of charge really fucking quickly if you tend to have a heavy foot. And that is a tad problematic when it comes to F1. So much so that Formula E, the electric race car league, used to have 2 cars per driver that they would swap mid-race. Simply because it wasn't possible for one car to make it to the whole duration of the fucking race. Yeah. Well, luckily, they've made some progress and are delighted to announce that a Formula E car now can go the whole duration of the race. Amazing. What an achievement. Truly a feat of engineering. To put an electric engine in a race car and have it actually go all the way. Really great stuff, guys. Of course, that is not considering that the Formula E race is at max half the distance of an F1 race. But who cares, right? Nobody wants to watch that shit for more than 45 minutes anyway. Speaking of Formula E, I'm going to continue using it as a proxy for what F1 would be like with an electric engine. So, if you're a Formula E fan, I am deeply sorry. I will continue to pour shit over that sport for the next 3 minutes, so bear with me. Because of the physical limitations of the battery, also the performance is kinda ass. An F1 car, for those who don't know, can do 230 miles an hour, while Formula E can only do 200. Same goes for the 0 to 60 range. F1 has it in the bag by 0.2 seconds. Of course, these are quite marginal figures, but considering that the epitome of F1 is that it is the best of the best when it comes to racing, I hardly see a world where the sport takes the next season's car in a direction that slows it down in all metrics. It would be fucking absurd, and they would have a fucking uprising on their hands if they did so. At the very least from me. Also, what is more important than just raw top speed and acceleration is the cornering speed. This is what F1 is really known for. And since the Formula E car not only lacks in performance, but also loses significantly in the weight criteria, an F1 car really stands out here, often exceeding 150 miles an hour in a corner, while an E car can go 50 to 100 tops. I can't even play devil's advocate here. 50 miles an hour is just ass. And then most importantly, in my opinion, is the fucking sound. There's nothing worse I've experienced than getting around to watching a Formula E race, waiting for the start, and when the lights go out, it's like 20 Dyson vacuum cleaners suddenly go off all at the same time. It sounds really fucking bad. And you can talk all the shit you want about the V6 hybrid cars. They sound like a fucking V12 compared to that blender. Like, honestly, it's fucking trash. What we need to all remember, that F1 is not an Olympic sport. It's not darts, it's not pool, it's not snooker or baseball. F1 is more like the fucking UFC. People come there to get wasted, hear all the latest drama on the grid, and then see a car flip over 5 times for the action. We're here for the fucking entertainment. And maybe a little bit for the sporting aspect as well. But mainly for the entertainment. And the electric car shebang just doesn't fit the equation. You know? So I'm 100% confident and happy when I'm saying there's absolutely no fucking chance that F1 will switch to electric cars ever. Ah, shit.